going on, Jerome's? Finally back, friendly confines. Beautiful Wednesday, birds are chirping and stuff. It's time for another Vikings news dump out of practice. So we're back for undisclosed location. I will say this. So the hotel pool area was very unserious in terms of its address. That sounds fake, right? Because if there was actually an emergency at the hotel and you called 911 and you told them the address, they'd be like, come on. They'll probably hang up on you. Anyways, someone's great is JJ McCarthy. Oh, thank heaven for number 9. Our guy Eli Corbett was definitely on one of this. Although I feel like this is one of those pieces of art that's definitely open to interpretation because it's like the pearly gates, even though they're like copper. You ever notice that? So in a depiction of heaven, they said that the pearly gates, I assume pearl, like sparkling white, except they're always like gold. Yeah. Anyways, but yeah, the gates wide open. Oh, JJ McCarthy. Why is he already in heaven? Is he deceased? Has he ceased to be? Is that our hopes and dreams? Is that, I don't know. Maybe we're looking into this too deep. It's very possible, right? But either way, JJ McCarthy looks to be that guy, and JJ McCarthy was on the Kay Adams show yesterday, talk about stuff and things. So basically, Kay was trying to bait him to talk about like the quarterback situation, 8 rounder, how does that stuff, and she asked if they had named him the starter, and he was just like, nah, I'm glad that they didn't because I got to earn it. It's a privilege, and JJ, he just gets it, you know, and you could tell like he actually believes what he's saying. Right. And you could say, well, that's not that major of a thing. It's like, I mean, of course you believe what you're saying. No, like there are a lot of athletes and a lot of quarterbacks who spout out all the talking points. You don't believe them at all. But with McCarthy, you actually buy that he is at this level. Like he's the Boy Scout. He's the stoic. He's got the perfect mental makeup. And can't wait to see what he does. Also, something that he does is, speaking of the golf tournament, so the NFLPA Classic down in Mayakoba, Mexico, JJ McCarthy is sinking an eagle putt. It's glorious. Which he's also, this is metagame. Sinks the eagle putt, calling out the Eagles. It's going to be good to go. Also, McCarthy, I mean, look at this foursome. This is from Adam Thielen's Instagram. So left to right, Harrison Smith. You got Case Keenum, the Minneapolis Miracle Man himself, as well as Adam Jerome, Ezekiel Thielen. Ooh, that felt good to say it. As well as J. McCarthy. I feel like, maybe there's a little bit of rum in those coconuts outside of JJ McCarthy. JJ McCarthy is only coconut water and electrolytes, and also prayer and Marcus Aurelius's The Meditations in liquid form. That's what JJ McCarthy does. All the time, always. Also, sank that putt. Plus, how many people are at this event? I feel like half the Vikings roster is at this thing. But TJ Hawkinson as well as Andrew Van Ginkel, 2 Iowa dudes, grew up, did the damn thing, good to go. And yeah, just a great state of Iowa success stories. Hawkinson, Van Ginkel, getting things done. Right. Also, Hawkinson's knee looks pretty damn good. It's pretty damn good for 2025. Going to be good to go. And hopefully AVG can cut and paste what he did from 2024 to 2025, which is one of the best stories in the NFL last year. It's also good to see. Also great to see. Harrison Smith, also on the Kay Adams show, talk about why he came back and stuff. Vikes fan page. Harrison talks about contemplating retirement and why he wanted to return for his 14th season. Quote, I've given it, retirement, thought for years. There will be a day that I'm done. It's getting closer every day. I like what we did in free agency. I think we have a great group, great coaching, great leadership, and I want to be part of it. End quote. Also, talked about how amazing it is that he's been able to do this for 14 years, all with one team. Get this man a ring one time. That's all we want. And the Vikings set up in the trenches. Oh, I mean, on paper, on purpose, this is glorious. Defensively, come on, son. Come on. Can this just be our one time? Right? And we said last year when things were going well, when the Vikings win the Super Bowl, like, it'll come out of nowhere. Just be a random fluke season. Kind of felt like that last year. But this year, offensive line, J.J. McCarthy's first year starting. That defense is going to be even better. Baby. We got Stu going. Also got Stu going. Oh, the other part of the Minneapolis Miracle, man. Good times. Rap sheet. Patriots to sign Stefon Diggs to a 3-year, $69 million deal. Now, 100% Diggs insisted on the $69 million. Nice. Yeah. So Diggs, coming off that torn ACL, getting paid, and he and Drake May, it'd be a pretty nice combo. Also, he gets to play the Bills twice a year, which I'm sure was a massive selling point for Stefon Diggs. But there you go. Don't have him date your sister. I don't know, man. Also, the big signing of the day yesterday, Schefter, ESPN South says the Giants at Super Bowl winning quarterback Russell Wilson reached agreement today on a 1-year deal worth up to $12 million, including $10.5 million guaranteed. Blah 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 blah. Is Russ a Hall of Famer? I think he's in the Hall of Very Good. Now, if Beast Mode, they would have ran Beast Mode from the one more time, maybe it's a different conversation. No. But now the Giants. The Giants have the most unserious quarterback room in the league, right? And maybe they are just preparing not to be able to get Shedeur Sanders, but so they signed Jameis last week, more as a placeholder, right? His deal, 2 years up to $8 million. It's not a starter's deal, right? But it did give them options in case they missed out on Russell Wilson, in case they missed out on Aaron Rodgers. But they got Tommy DeVito, the Italian, they got Jameis, and they got Russell Wilson. Which, I don't know, maybe they'll maneuver and draft Shedeur Sanders. Maybe they'll take Jackson Dart or Tyler Shook. I don't know, man. But what's also important here is that, hey, since the Vikings still don't have a quarterback 2 on the roster per se, except for Brett Rippin-Ass, I know that Jameis is in the mix. I mean, could the Vikings trade Brian Osaba for Jameis now? I'd probably do that, but who knows? Something I do know is that this looks good. This looks really, really good. So Jordan Mason rocking the 2-4. I mean, it's freed up because Cam Beezy said thank you. Oh, we'll get to Beezy here in a second. But Jordan Mason with the edit. This is from Designs by AJ. Looking really damn good. Just putting the Packers linebacker. The Packers. Just stiff arm straight into the dirt. Doing work. Joe Dirt. I love it, man. It's good times. Like the Vikings running game this year. Baby. All right, so Jordan Mason punching dudes in the face, in the teeth, between the tackles, got that burst, foot in the dirt, as well as short yardage red zone. Aaron Jones on third down. Come on, baby. Come on. That's going to be fantastic. Also fantastic. Speaking of 2-4. So Cameron Beezy Bynum put out a very heartfelt and lengthy thank you on social media, talking about he's got love for the state, and the state's got love for him. Like everything that Beezy's done in the community, and especially the Filipino community, it's fantastic. It's transcendent, and Bynum taking all this love to Indianapolis, where he's the only Asian in the state. It is what it is. The business is a business, but I'll always root for Cameron Beezy Bynum, and he's gonna be good to go. Love him, man. You can just feel like over these last 4 years. 2-4s just brought joy, and he definitely fits into. So we always talk about players like Everson Griffin, Jared Allen, like they play for literally the love of the game. A lot of players play for the love of what the game brings them, money, fame, all that stuff. But Everson, Jared Allen play for $10 and a ham sandwich. That was always our adjective for players that are like that. Beezy's like that too, except to be $10 and a spam sandwich, which actually sounds really good. Like, have you ever had like fried spam and kimchi, a little bit of rice? Come on, man, come on. But Bynum is awesome. Also, finally, Kwesi's going to have his press conference on Wednesday. Talk about free agency. Looking forward to the draft as well. I mean, He's probably not going to get too in depth on things. He'll get 17 bajillion questions from the local media jackals about Aaron Rodgers. It'll be like, well, it's something that we considered, but we consider lots of options now. To the level of interest, I mean, that's speculation for the media, but we are very thorough here, and we leave no stone unturned. At the end of the day, JJ McCarthy is our quarterback one, and blah 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 blah. That's what it'll be. Yeah, and Kwesi, like, it would be great if they just announced Kwesi's contract extension this morning and then right ahead of his presser. But who knows? But yeah, it definitely did raise an eyebrow. I was like, oh, Kwesi hasn't spoken to the media about free agency yet. The Vikings still have all this 2025 cap space. What's the plan? El Plano. What's going on? Yeah. But either way, excited to hear what Kwesi has to say. And then, oh, thank heaven for number 9. And I know you're shining down on me from heaven. Anyways, that is it. The Dirty Man is back. Love being back in the Friendly Confines. Happy Wednesday. You guys are the best. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support the work? Put a little something in the Venmo. But till next time, Skol, production value.